Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Jacob Weil here, bringing you a revealing and riveting installment of Disney Debates D23 edition. Tonight's expo includes, what was the most exciting D23 announcement, which Pixar movie should receive a land in one of the parks next, and which Disney animated film should get a prequel in the style of Mufasa. So come onto the stage, get in your costumes and ready reveals as we head on down to the arena. In this corner, he's a man who's welcome home in any animal kingdom and has a fighting style to match. It's PerGron.
Hello.
And in the other corner, his name may be a joke, but his debating skills are no laughing matter. Give it up for the one and only Jokers.
My debating skills are also a joke. Hello.
Yeah, but you got intro music.
I did. It was great. You had like a little drumming going on. You had something going on.
Yeah, see?
You had a nice beat.
They both had music.
Oh, there it is. I couldn't hear it.
Well, that's a personal problem.
I couldn't even hear my own hype music. That sucks.
All right,
Well,
I'll
I
turn
think
it
that
up.
speaks to character.
Yeah. Put it above my voice, honestly.
Every time you speak,
Yeah,
you play it under.
There we go. And joining me on the judges are Tiki and Dragon.
Hello.
Howdy.
Yes, that was a Michael Eisner. Hello. Hello.
Yeah. So how's everybody doing this fine evening?
I've been fighting with people all week in preparation for tonight.
Just random people on the street.
Yeah. Every conversation I've turned into a debate.
Oh God.
I've been fighting people. I thought this was a different show.
$3 for gum? Are you insane? Let me tell you why you're wrong.
Alrighty then. Shall we get into the rules?
He has to really do the Michael Emerson version of that line though, Dragon. He has to really sell it like, are you insane?
No, he doesn't say. He says, are you out of your mind?
Oh, I'm sorry, right. Out of your mind. All right.
Get it together, Tiki. Jeez.
Come on.
Tiki, you're
I can't
embarrassing
believe you
us.
don't know what this man I don't know said once.
All right, shall we get into the rules then?
Sure.
All right. There are 3 main rounds. The way the rounds work is that the players will reveal what they have chosen for that respective question. They will then give the opening statement explaining why their pick is the absolute best. After both have gone, it will be time to fight each other with words. Now, once I've heard enough out of you two, Dragon will bring his little friend, R2-D2, and that'll be your cue to shut your mouths. At that point, us 3 panelists will deliberate, and the one with the most points will win that round. At the end of the main round, we will break out the Expo token. If the coin lands heads, you add a point to your total. If it's tails, sorry, you'll lose one. This coin is optional and be offered to both players. In addition, hidden in one of the rounds is a special coin, the Disney Legend coin. This coin will be offered to the winner of the round in which it's found. However, it's not optional. If the winner is not willing to flip, the other contestant must. In addition, there is a penalty phrase in effect. It could be a name, a phrase, or maybe even just one word. I'm warning you. You better watch your mouth because anything could be a trap.
Say whatever the fuck I want.
Well, keep in mind if you do say that, you better hope that the wheel of punishment is merciful. Dragon and Tiki will keep their ears out, and they will let me know.
Our mouse ears out.
Yes. From this point on, neither of you are safe. Even in between rounds, if you say the words, you will be punished. Feel the dread and suspense looming. It helps build tension. Now, after the main rounds are done, we will go into the speed round, where even those in the studio audience can ask and submit questions of their own. Be sure to stick around, though, if you do, because if your question is chosen, you will get to judge. And the first contestant of 5 points takes home the crown and is king of the expo. Do you understand these rules as I've laid them out to you?
I think so.
Yeah, the only question I have is, are we live streaming this to people online? Because that's very anti-Disney D23.
Yeah, this is on Fortnite, right? This whole
Yeah,
thing.
we're doing this in a Fortnite lobby. I'm just making sure.
right,
We couldn't afford Fortnite. So we're doing it in Fall Guys today.
Oh, God.
All right, I'm going to cue the randomizer now. And we're going to see which one of you chuckleheads goes first.
We do chuckle.
And we have heads.
We do. That's very true. It's very apt.
Well, it matters if those are full or not.
They're not.
Well, there you go. All right, in 3, 2, 1. Jokers, you're up. Turns out you're up first.
Is it truly a randomizer when it just gives you exactly what you typed?
Well, to be fair, it's a 50-50 option ultimately. So.
Just add more
For
names.
budget reasons, it might make sense for us to just use the coin as the randomizer.
No, you should just add random names.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And just whoever comes first on that list is the one who goes first.
No, we have to go after the NPCs.
Yeah, we put it in a chat GPT. They talk.
It makes it an 8-hour show, but it'll be fun.
All right, let's move on to the first round, shall we, guys?
Yeah.
Do it.
All right.
Are you excited? I'm excited. Excited!
Yeah, thank you, Film Brain.
You're welcome.
First round. Question number 1. What was the most exciting D23 announcement? Jokers.
Yeah.
What
I
is
sorry.
your pick?
I picked the new Cars expansion for Magic Kingdom.
PerGron.
I picked the Villain's Land for Magic Kingdom.
All right. Now, Jokers, brief opening statement.
Yeah. Oops, sorry. I think that the new Cars expansion is really exciting. I think it's really bold and unexpected. It's just something that I've never seen talked about. It's something I've never seen anyone pitch in like an armchair Imagineering context. It's truly something I have never seen before, and that utter surprise and the boldness of the idea is why I think it's the most exciting.
All right. Simple to the point. I like it. PerGron.
Yeah, if there's one thing Disney in recent years has not been known for, it's listening to what people want. So the fact that they're finally just giving in and throwing their hands up and being like, fine, we'll do it, I think it's a good move on their part. I mean, this year has been an absolute mess for them. They're getting rid of something so beloved like Tom Sawyer Island that everybody loves. And they've also just killed a man and, fought it in a court of law.
This is a woman.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, woman. And so, yeah, they needed a win. And I think giving people what they want is the way to do that.
All right. Fight it out.
I think PerGron's wrong. Hit that buzzer. The end.
Yeah, I think that you didn't want to pick Cars Land.
No, I actually really did. Genuine. This is surprisingly a genuine pick. like I said, like the prompt wasn't what was the best announcement. It's what's the most exciting.
Yeah,
and I really like the boldness of this idea. It's a shame that they're getting rid of Tom Sawyer Island. Disney World's Tom Sawyer Island is my favorite Tom Sawyer Island, but like it's crazy that they're doing this in the first place. It's a really bold idea. It's a really interesting notion that these things aren't necessarily sacred as much as people pretend that they are. I think the ride system that's been rumored to come to this is really cool. It's like I don't know if you've seen it. It's like if an EMV was a dune buggy on real dirt, and if that turns out being what they're actually doing, it's going to be fucking fantastic. I think that this is a really cool, really unique, very unexpected idea. Where Villains Land, while I think it's a cool idea, it's also what I see people pitching for the last 20 years. When someone comes to the armchair Imagineering community, it's the first thing they pitch more often than not. We were literally having conversations 2 months ago about how boring the idea is. So while I'm excited to see it, and I'm glad that they are finally doing something like this, it doesn't really excite me in the same way that Cars does, that the left fieldness of Cars does.
Yeah, so I think the reason that Villains Land is so exciting really is that just it's been so pitched so many times. So many people have wanted it. It's just one of those things that kind of makes sense. The Disney villains are, I don't know, probably as popular as the Disney princesses in some circles. And to see Disney finally like giving them what they kind of deserve. I know a lot of people wanted a park. I think a park is stupid. I
That's
think
too much.
Overdoing it.
Yeah.
But I do think a land with what looks like a solid coaster and another ride. They pitched 2 rides. That's cool. Glad that's happening. And I think that just the idea of bringing in these cultural icons that have been part of the zeitgeist for 100 years is just more exciting than something that is from a franchise that people, are pretty hit or miss on. I've seen people hate the first one, Cars. I don't get that one. I think that one's an alright movie.
Yeah.
But like Cars 2, Cars 3, those are not like beloved movies. And while the land in Disneyland is pretty beloved, I don't know that they can recapture that, especially in Frontierland, putting it into a place where it genuinely just doesn't fit.
I disagree. I think that obviously like Frontierland as it is now,
right,
it doesn't necessarily fit, but I think that this is a really interesting redefinition of what a Frontierland can be. I think it's a modern frontier because like you haven't really I love Frontierland, I love cowboys, I love all of that, but that's not really in the cultural zeitgeist anymore. So if you're looking at Frontier from a modern perspective, I think it's really interesting that they're looking at things like this, like national parks, like muddin, like taking a car down a road, things like that. I just think it's a really cool, very unique, very very unexpected idea. I think that this is better than the rumors that were coming out years ago for Beyond Big Thunder, where people were saying that they were just going to port Cars Land from DCA directly to Disney World. So I think that's another cool precedent that they're exploring the same IP, but in like a vastly different way, while still keeping the identity of the IP. You're right that Cars isn't really as popular as Disney, and I'm not really a fan of the IP. I like the first movie, and that's about it. But I just can't get past like how unique this concept is.
I mean, it's certainly unique. I'll give you that. In that they're taking a huge chunk of land that I think could have been developed. Absolutely. I'm not a Rivers of America purist. I don't really care. I do think that if they're going to do Cars Land, it should just be on the island and they put googly eyes on the riverboat, but that's just me. But to me, one attraction that's being shoehorned into a land that already has an identity crisis, it just isn't like as exciting to me as a whole new land themed to some really iconic characters that have been overdue for a little bit of representation.
I think they're very represented. But I don't think that Villains would necessarily solve that identity crisis either, because it's still adjacent to Frontierland. It's still very much in the sightlines of Frontierland. If anything, it's more confusing because you go from Fantasyland to Frontierland to Dark Fantasyland. It's actually Fantasyland on a cloudy day.
It's actually just a commentary on how westward expansion was villainy in and of itself.
You're right. Fantasyland is the Industrial Revolution. Right. We have the Old West and the Gilded Age.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty genius what Josh Tomorrow's
Counterpoint.
doing over here.
Counterpoint, if you want Cars Land on Tom Sawyer Island, how do you reconcile cars with real life alligators?
I mean, I think we have to start turning the alligators into cars if you're gonna do
Okay,
that.
that's fair. Okay, yeah, like little motorcycles,
Yeah.
little fan boats. I don't know. I think that this could help that identity crisis that Big Thunder Mountain, that Frontierland has.
Big Thunder Mountain does not know what it is.
Specifically, it needs an identity, and I think they should put eyes on the trains. Put eyes on everything. Put eyes on Barney Skibolian. Put them on the logs.
I agree that Frontierland has an identity crisis, and I'd even be okay with like renaming it to like Wilderness Land or whatever.
Yeah,
but I don't think that this is going to help their problem.
Oh, I think it will. I think it'll modernize. I think it'll make it easier to present those different architectures, those different areas of the frontier, because it won't be quite as for lack of a better term, cohesive, because they're not trying to shoehorn it into this Old West aesthetic. I think that they can go a lot of places. I think it sort of solves some of the problems of Liberty Square, because that's kind of halfway out the door, too, at this point.
Right, yeah. I mean, Haunted Mansion overlooking a rally race is really, I think, what it needed.
I think if they keep the river, it'll be fine. I think the concept art does keep the river there, at least part of the river there. And there's also mountains, which kind of harkens back to Nature's Wonderland. Like, I think that this is an interesting way to revitalize this whole corner of the park. Use this big plot of land that, as much as people on Twitter bitch about it, isn't really popular. Like they act like the Capitol's closing. It's like, this is the death of America.
Yeah, I mean, the question is which one's more exciting, and I'm finding trouble getting excited about two Cars attractions, one of which is another speedway. Like, that's kind of what it's looking like.
On that note, if they get another speedway to like any degree, I think this will be more than just a speedway. They'd be able to get rid of the Tomorrowland Speedway, which opens up more real estate in Tomorrowland.
It's already the worst ride in Magic Kingdom. We don't need another one.
They can make it better with what they're doing.
All right, I think that would a good opening round, guys. Well, at first, Tiki, you're the resident park expert. Where are you leaning on this one?
So I think PerGron had some really good lines here, some really good one-liners. I cracked up at the whole that just proves that Western expansion is the ultimate evil. But just as far as sheer logic goes, I think Joker was spitting facts. I'm gonna give it to them.
All right.
I just think the argument of just how fresh this idea is, whether or not you like Cars as an IP, versus something that's literally been around for 20 years. I just think the freshness of that is that argument won me over.
I pretty much agree with Tiki on this one. I think Joker's gave. I think with Joker's, I think he gave more of a reason as to why he's excited over it. Where PerGron really didn't lead into why it was more exciting or anything, but that's just how I see it. Dragon?
I cast my vote for PerGron.
Ooh.
All right. And
so that means you're officially leaning Jokers, right, Jacob?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I'm
With
gonna
one
be
fell
honest.
swoop, we've united Twitter.
My full honesty here is I wasn't excited about any of it.
I thought it was a pretty good D23.
I thought it was all right, but
honestly, I think the more exciting stuff was the few original things they announced for the movie panel.
Even then, I mean, everything that was announced, we already knew about, And then like the stuff that we didn't already know about, like a Walt Disney animatronic.
We didn't know about the fucking crazy, like going inside the mind of a fucking beaver movie. We didn't know about that.
You know what? You're
Finally,
right.
the sequel to Cranium Command.
No, I'm sorry. That
knew about the
fucking,
Walt Disney
that
animatronic.
movie, like that movie, won D23 for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just I don't know.
We may have a related question about that later on.
Okay. About the beaver or about not liking anything?
Yes.
Yes. Right. Let's see. I've got some comments, but Jacob, we also have some business to attend to. So do you want to get the business out of the way, or should I read the comments first?
Let's read the comments, shall we?
Okay. Yeah, just to tease you guys here. Kogia says, I have no doubt in my heart what my favorite D23 announcement is, and it involves a certain Queen of Ice. Oh yeah, Kogias is a big Frozen fan, so no surprise there. I personally hope that something similar, I know it's not going to be exactly the same thing because of the Oriental Land Company, but oh my god, I've looked up POVs of the Frozen ride at Tokyo. It's incredible.
That's never going to come outside of Tokyo.
Shut up.
It's not.
No, I know. That's why I said something similar.
Just come to Tokyo.
If I could, I would, dude.
I know.
If I could, I would.
I know.
Why do we have to meet Tokyo? Why can't Tokyo meet us?
Freaking honestly, the funny thing about a Tokyo trip for me is like I know for a fact that like budget wise, it's not that hard of a trip once I'm there.
The worst part's the flight.
The worst part is the flight. Yes.
No, I did get. I'm flying home in January.
Okay. Hold on. Let's. Yeah. Let's.
I got such
table
cheap
this.
flights. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. I'm interested, but like
$900. Continue.
Okay. That's still a little rich for me, honestly.
Yeah, but it's probably cheaper from California.
Off the plane. Off the plane. Get off the plane.
She got off the plane. Okay.
No ticket.
Z&K says, with cars, it's pretty much more of the same since we've had plenty of attractions with cars already. Yes, but as Joker said, not one that's exactly like this.
And I wouldn't say we've had plenty of attractions. We've had
and there's also more on
four.
and it's also again more on the strength of the argument versus our overall personal.
I mean,
take.
we've had Cars Land, which is a masterpiece, and then we've had a couple duds like Lightning McQueen in a box and the whatever the fuck's it at Paris.
Yeah. And there's that flat ride at Paris too.
Right.
Yeah.
LEB says, I don't actually care about D23, but PerGron's pre-existing title of People's Champ means I'm obligated to root for him.
No.
Well, right now he is the underdog.
People's Champ.
PerGron's the people's champ, but I'm actively fighting.
He's the underdog in more ways than one. We'll get there when we get there. All right. Z&K says, villains. Yeah, sure. They've had meet and greets and random Halloween stuff, but nothing huge or year-long substantial. One of my cynical takes with Villain Land is that for me, it's pretty obvious that it's like, okay, what's everyone most excited about with Epic Universe? Oh, the Monsters Land? Okay, we have one of those.
We got monsters.
Here be monsters. Also, Z&K says if we can't keep the riverboat, why not move it to Phantasmic and have that replace the steamboat? Ooh,
I think it's too big for that.
I don't think that I like your thinking. I agree. I don't think there's space for it at the Phantasmic stage. Also, can I just say the image of like just giving the riverboat just giant car's eyes somewhere out there, Tegan just like perked up like, ooh, I like.
I hope it sings like Thurl Ravens.
Old Man River. Oh God. Z&K says it'd be better than just breaking it down. Okay, LEB says I'm a little more excited for Cars, but I really like Cars Land. Cars Land is a masterpiece, indeed. Okay, we're done. We're done.
Well, let me just look for the token real quick.
Okay.
Oh my god, I said the word. Just get to it.
I have a question. If the word was said, I would like to guess it without
hold on.
without repercussion.
Well, if you say it, there would be repercussions.
Well, no, I'm just saying if I can guess it because I think I know what the word was.
No.
Well, if you guess it and you're right, then you would face repercussions.
Yeah.
I'm willing to do it in solidarity.
Oh my god.
I think the word was Josh D'Amaro.
No.
No. Okay.
Actually, no, but there is. But no, there.
Okay, Jacob, is there a coin?
Okay. I was gonna try and do a whole bit, but no.
Not
What's
anymore.
wrong with you? You burst his bubble. What's wrong? Come on.
All right, and unfortunately, yes, PerGron, you did say a word, and it's a very, very like the thing with the words is that at least on my part, I legitimately don't know what these other two have, but on my part, I wanted to basically do D23 buzzwords, like essentially words that you would hear a lot at D23. So PerGron, with that in mind, would you like to take a guess on what word you said?
I genuinely have no idea what I said.
All right. Well, in the to paraphrase Michael Keaton in the great movie The Founder, franchise.
Damn, you really set me up for failure there, Tiki. I'll be writing to the show's writers.
Oh God. Well, I mean, to be fair, this is like with D23. I kind of feel like both of you, like it would be hard to avoid. It was kind of just it was kind of a matter of like it's definitely going to be said, but who's going to be the first one to say it?
Today's word is "and."
All right,
cowards.
All right, folks. Do any of you need an explanation for any of these punishments that you see?
No, just spin the damn wheel.
We'll figure it out as it goes.
All right. And I'm making an executive decision now. I will keep this up while Dragon keeps an eye out for the remaining word and or words.
Okay.
I hope I get a second one.
That'd be really funny.
Keep in mind it might land on reversal.
Dragon's choice. Dragon's choice. Dragon's choice.
Oh,
Why doesn't Tiki get a choice? Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm deciding to keep that one up just to be safe.
What you giving me, Dragon?
So in this case, Dragon, what punishment shall PerGron receive?
Take
Only
away a
one syllable
point.
words. One syllable words.
Number 3, my lord. Number 3.
All right. Let's see.
Joker, I can punish you. I can make a decision to punish you right now too.
No, we're good.
All right. Then no more interference.
All right. Let's see.
Respin.
All right. Okay. Here's my choice. All right.
All right.
We're gonna flip the coin, but if it lands on tails, Tiki picks your next answer.
Oh.
And Tiki's going to be instructed to pick the worst answer he can possibly think of.
So,
Wait,
as
like
in the answer to question 2.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Of the
Speed round.
of the speed run. Like
okay. So basically, his first speed round question.
Yes,
question.
whatever the first, barring a wheel, the first speed round question that will be that's what's going to happen. Should it land tails?
Should it land heads? Does he just avoid the punishment?
No.
Okay.
Should it land heads?
Oh God.
Sorry, I'm just building suspense.
You're succeeding.
Master of suspense. Dragon's Tales of Suspense.
Okay, should it land heads? Respin.
Ooh, okay.
I like it.
Flip that coin.
Flip that coin. All right. Prepare to flip. Whoa. Oh!
We're going to respin.
All right.
What if he gets Dragon's Choice again?
Well, then at that point, I just say go with the punishment he suggested.
Then by law, Dragon has to give me a point.
Oh God.
Dragon takes your place.
All right.
Oh, I hate this one.
No points awarded. The next win.
All right.
This one makes you feel like you're in frickin' purgatory.
For anybody, right?
More like
No,
PerGron
for you.
story, am I right?
So PerGron, this means if you, let's just say we choose you as the next winner of the round,
I get no points.
Exactly. That's your victory.
What
It's
if
a
I
hollow
win?
victory.
What if I win every single one from now on?
well,
Well, you'll still
Oh,
win.
down one.
It's just,
well, Well,
I
That's
think
how
it should
math
be.
works, Peregrine.
I think it should be no points for any win.
No, just you.
Well, then the game would be over at that point.
No, it's never ending.
Oh god.
nah. Funny enough, there's an end stream
Basically,
button.
your goal is just to like keep it going as long as possible to avoid Joker getting the inevitable 5 points.
Right.
All right. Well, PerGron, that means you gotta give it your A game so the punishment doesn't hang over you.
Yep.
All right.
All right, that brings us to
My game's been aid.
round 2.
Well,
I do not get Little Blues reference, unfortunately. Evan, do
That's-
you get it?
yeah, Matt Swanson was that guy who, I think he was that guy. No, he was related to the guy that stole Buzzy, supposedly.
Oh, really?
He
Oh,
was like
okay.
an urban explorer, and
Oh,
he climbed Expedition Everest, and he climbed Big Thunder Mountain.
Anyone
he-
climbing Expedition Everest is certifiably insane, dude.
No, he's like an idiot, but they're crazy videos. There's a
Is
video
it the
of
same
him-
guy who snuck into Volcano Bay? I saw a video about that, and it was just
Probably.
insane.
It
All right,
probably is.
All right. Anyways. Okay.
Which Pixar movie should receive a land in one of the parks next?
Right.
Jokers.
Up.
PerGron.
Coco.
Opening statement.
Nope. I think that Up has a really fun world. And I think that they could explore a lot that isn't really in the movie, but still expands on that world in a land. And I think it would be really fun to see in a theme park in that context.
All right, PerGron.
It's fucking Coco, boys. This is like the prettiest movie ever. How can you not want to visit this gorgeous, colorful, vibrant, musical extravaganza of life and death? That is a fucking theme park land if I've ever seen one. Up's just some fucking waterfalls, man.
PerGron's been writing copy for this all week.
All right, folks. Opening statement. Okay, neither opening statements are done. Fight.
Okay. I like Coco, but I think you could do more with Up in a land. I think it lends itself more to more fun ride systems. I think it lends itself to more unique locations. Like Coco's really beautiful, but at the end of the day, it's just the Mexico Pavilion, where Up you can go a lot of places with it because it explores multiple time periods. It goes to different places around the world. It could be a really fun like adventure. Animal Kingdom land.
Here's the thing: if Coco is just the Mexico Pavilion, Up is just Discovery Island.
No, I disagree.
It's the same thing. It's a jungle. What are you gonna do? You gonna do the nursing home that Carl almost gets sent to? Is that gonna be the land? That sucks.
No, you're in the hospital room.
Yeah, I don't want to visit that. I don't want to see Ellie die in real time. At my
That's
theme
the
park.
ride.
I
That's
want to
the ride.
visit the already dead guys who are having a fucking ball.
It's the show. It's called Terrible Moments with Carl.
I think Coco has some amazing opportunities for attractions where you don't see anybody die because they're already dead. And
But
then
you
there's
don't know
no
that. Here's a moral question. When Miguel goes to the land of the dead, are we watching him die?
Yeah,
Yeah, see? There we go.
we
There
are.
it is.
But it's way
You
less
walk into the
sad.
land, there's a big sign that says you're dead.
You're dead, so you're already dead.
It
Cool.
stars
All right,
Muerto.
here now we can enjoy. Up is famous for a 9-minute sequence that is genuinely one of the best things in animated cinema that would absolutely not translate to a theme park, and then it's just generic jungle for the rest of the movie.
No, I
And-
think that there's a lot of adventure you could explore with Up. I think there's a lot of fun you could do with the dogs. I think there's a lot of fun you could do with like the pulpy action aesthetic that some of the movie has, especially in the flashback scene. But like towards the end too, with that guy whose name I forgot because I haven't seen Up in quite a while. So I think
Charles
like
Muntz.
yes, thank you. I know that like
oh.
even though it is a jungle, I think that there's a lot you could do with the Up property. I think there's a lot that you could explore that isn't really present in the movie. I think the dogs really lend themselves well. I think the house, at least like the balloon aspect lends itself really well to a unique dark ride or even a unique thrill ride. The blimp as well could lead to a fun simulator. Coco, it's fun, it's very pretty, but I just don't see it being as unique. It
I
could be a
think-
cool.
I think Up could be an amazing single attraction in tropical Americas.
Well, I
think
think the
it could.
same for Coco.
I think Coco has enough that if we need another land for a Pixar movie, I think that the bright colorfulness and the music and the kinetic energy of those gondola type attractions, up above, you could have that attraction. You could have something going through a river. You could have a coaster on the marigold petals. You could have an Alabrije simulator. There's tons of options for attractions, tons of kinetic energy, where Up is, again, a jungle. And if you go outside of the jungle, then it's just kind of not Up at that point.
I would limit it to the jungle because you're right, that is Up. But again, there's a lot present within Up that you could explore. Like, there's a lot you could do with like the characters, the dogs, like I said, Charles Muntz. We could
So
do a lot with
are
Carl.
you just gonna have like dog animatronics around? Like,
Well, no, I would put that in an attraction. But like genuinely, like I can't really see anything working for Coco outside of that boat ride that they pitched. Without other rides, like the other rides would feel redundant, I feel. Where
I
Up,
think-
you could have these distinct attractions. You could have a simulator that is more pulpy, kind of like the newsreels that they're watching at the beginning. You could have a suspended dark ride exploring the story of Up. You could have really beautiful jungles. You could even introduce new animals, like the one that what's his name is? The bird. There's a lot you could do, I think. Where Coco, like, it could be a boat ride, it could be a Mexican restaurant, but I really can't see how it would differentiate itself from the Mexico Pavilion outside
think-
of there being skeletons. Sorry, I'll let you-
I think with it being a land, I think there's plenty that you can absolutely pull from. They visit tons of locations in there. The entry would obviously be like a TSA type, like border crossing, which is hilarious.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, and you have to have a picture of your family at home, and they can actually use a like Ring camera to check. No, there's like so
they call
much.
your family and inform that they've died.
There's so much that can be done in Coco with the world and how colorful it is. They visit like where the kind of like down by the water side. There is the option for, again, those gondolas above the city. There can be live music everywhere. The amount of a land doesn't have to just be attractions. It can absolutely
No,
be a
you're
ton
absolutely
of
right.
live music and performances and puppetry.
But also, an upland, I feel, would lend itself more to an actual land with that natural exploration, with those like very pretty vistas that would be easier to achieve than Coco, which would probably just be an indoor land if you really need to sell it. Up can be anything, pretty much. It would be in a jungle, but it has those very striking locations. It has a distinct aesthetic. It has distinct characters. I think, like, as a setting, it's just okay. The end.
I never feel like the round goes long enough.
I agree.
Well,
Well, we're kind
Sorry.
of on the tick, so you know.
well, the thing is, I thought it did go on long enough.
Yep.
And I've actually have made my decision.
Yeah, what do you got?
I think for providing a better argument as to why his choice would probably would suit itself to a parkland better, my point goes to PerGron. Dragon.
I kind of went back and forth on this one because I think PerGron started really strong. I do feel, while I'm disgusted with Jokers, frankly.
Yeah, like forgetting the names of the characters really didn't help your
Just,
case.
I'm utterly
I haven't seen either
disappointed
film.
with-
I don't know the characters.
Okay, come
in
on,
Coco,
guys.
either.
In Joker's defense, it's Charles Muntz. Like, I know he's not F tier Pixar villain, but he's not A tier Pixar villain either, guys. Come on.
And he forgot Kevin's name too.
I just remembered his name is Kevin.
Yeah, you just went- you-
Her name is Kevin.
yeah, I was gonna.
You're right.
Ooh,
I haven't seen
Ooh,
either.
watch
I haven't seen
yourself, Joker.
I haven't seen either in so long.
Well, the point being, my feelings.
How
towards
dare you
Jokers-
misgender Kevin?
The point
Not
being, my feelings towards Joker's lack of lack of Pixar viewership aside, I feel some solid fun points were made. Basically about in a roundabout way, Joker's made the point of like, it's we're selling a land on death. I was initially wavering on Jokers because I wasn't hearing enough of what the land could provide, but I did hear some, kind of like the simulator, the dark ride pitch, and like a lot of that. That was kind of good. Honestly, I was hearing a little bit in favor of Paragon, but between the I think it was like a little late. Like we had the gondola, like I saw holes in the whole border crossing idea when he was like talking about like, you can bring your pictures of your family and everything. It's like
That was wholly a joke, but yes.
I think it kind of hurt. So I'm
I
gonna.
feel like you got to be careful with jokes, just because like even if we know you're joking, it's still taking up valuable debate time. You know what I mean? You got to use that time wisely.
Let me put it this way: I don't want to give Jokers the point, but I by a narrow margin, like a photo finish, I kind of have to. But I'm gonna again, I'm disgusted with Jokers, but I'm gonna give them the point.
I'm disgusted with me too.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Tiebreaker.
always
the worst.
disgusted with myself.
Hey,
Okay, I think this round went back and forth a lot, and I'm a little bit torn on it. Honestly, I'm tempted to give PerGron the point just because I feel bad about his ultimate like being in purgatory because of the franchise thing. But at the end of the day, I think that Jokers had a much more clear vision of what they wanted their land to be, and I think they spelled it out very well. Whereas PerGron, I feel like if you would have like started with the idea of this land being like the most intensive, like you are going to step into this place and it is going to be the most fully immersive live music centric land that Disney has ever done. That hook right there would have absolutely sold me. But I feel like you made one note of like, and there's live music everywhere. And I just kind of feel like Dragon said, I kind of feel like it was too little for too late. For me, the point that kind of cinched it came right at the very end, honestly, where Jokers was like, yeah, you can set up pretty much any sort of vistas, any sort of forced perspective you want with Up, have it all be outside. With Coco, you kind of have to have it be an indoor land. That being said, I don't agree with the point about like Coco's basically just the Mexico pavilion. I think you can do it a lot more built up than that. But still, regardless, my point is ultimately going to Jokers.
All right, that's 2 for 2 for him. There we go.
PerGron was robbed. Thank you. Justice for the people's champ.
Well, even if he won, he wouldn't have gotten anything anyway.
Yeah, I know. It's so
Yeah,
simple
but now
with
he's still got the albatross around his neck. So
Yeah.
you know.
Luckily, I like seabirds, so we're
I knew you were going to make that joke.
All right, it's
And of
PerGron.
course, Kogias coming in with the hot takes that he's not a fan of Up or Coco. All right, that's certainly a take. All right, anyways, go ahead.
And also it's also like LEB, People's Champ.
People's champ.
Also, we have New Horizons with People's Chump.
I knew that was coming. That's what you
All
get
right.
when you bestow yourself a nickname. Nothing but ego. That's what it lands you.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
have a whole silent army behind me. Sorry.
all right. Dragon. And were there any words?
Jokers.
What did I say?
Nothing. You're fine.
Oh, good. Hooray.
Oh no.
PerGron.
No, that's it. No one said anything.
Oh, good.
I was just messing with Jokers. That's all.
All right, however, I found the token while you guys were having your little
Ooh.
back and forth.
Oh,
Actually, really?
So that means, Jokers, you won the round. Would you like to flip the coin?
In solidarity with PerGron, I would like to flip the coin.
All right. one solidaritus, I don't even know if that's a word, coin
No.
flip. But either way, I made it a word. So here you go.
Okay.
Hey!
Just to recap.
All right. I'm just gonna point out, if Jokers wins the next point and then wins the coin flip, he just straight up wins. We don't even
We
Yeah.
still had, remind me. So we still haven't had like, have we had like a clean sweep of a debates yet, or like?
No.
I don't think we've had something like that happen just yet. No.
I mean, we came.
last time we had something really close to that happening. That's what I'm asking.
During the Marvel when we came close,
That's
Yeah,
what I mean. So okay,
I'm out.
that was close.
I'm out here.
Laser Dude could have if he had gotten lucky with if he had chosen to flip the coins.
That's right.
I'm here out and getting Tegan right now.
But yep, now Jokers has 3 and PerGron has 0.
What have I done?
Man, PerGron, you stink.
I've come back from worse.
Yeah,
Yep. I mean, remember,
and I've lost from better.
and remember, we still have the great equalizer ahead of us.
That's true.
Yeah, a gun.
God.
You leave James Gunn out of this.
Wow.
All right then. So, and remember, PerGron, you still have that punishment. So even if you do win the next round, you won't get any points.
Can you sound less giddy about it, please? A little.
Hey, really? I thought that was just for one.
No. It's like,
God.
yeah, it's like no, it's remember the next time he wins the round, he won't get any points for it.
Oh, you're right.
That was
Yeah.
Oh,
it wasn't like for the next round if he wins.
that
Yeah.
is really bad. I misunderstood.
I'm gonna say my entire argument in my opening next time. That way,
Oh,
nothing
the
that I.
Rohit Dar defense.
Yeah, the Rohit. I'm gonna do. Yeah.
I try to refrain it. I will try and be more conscious of keeping this and making this go a little bit longer this time. But that brings us to the third and final part of the main round. Which Disney animated film should get a prequel? Mufasa-style. Jokers, you're up front.
I picked Atlantis Square Panels.
You're arguing for SpongeBob. And PerGron.
I picked the animated classic Dinosaur.
Yeah, PerGron's totally gonna win this one.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh, come on, Tiki. That's uncold.
Oh, remember, it's all in the strength of
I
argument.
know.
Can we take a point away from Tiki?
Yeah.
I'm genuinely curious to see how PerGron argues this.
Honestly,
His
Right?
wife already did that to him. We don't, he has
Unsportsmanlike
no-
contact.
Oh. Oh my god.
All right, so Jokers, tell us why SpongeBob deserves a prequel.
Oh, because oh my god, I think they should do a prequel called Camp Coral about him going to summer camp with his best friend,
all right,
childhood friend Sandy.
All right,
What?
all right. Now, why should Atlantis: The Lost Empire get a prequel?
Oh. I think Atlantis: The Lost Empire has a very interesting backstory. I think, like aesthetically, like I'd really like to see that world again. I think there's a lot of really interesting like implications on the Atlantean civilization. I think that there's like a endless things that they could explore with this movie.
All right, PerGron, Dinosaur.
Yeah, the biggest issue with like the live action remakes and doing prequels and stuff is the damage that it does to the original. It's the fact that all the movies that they're doing are obviously the beloved ones because those are the ones that make money, but they're not going to be the ones that people aren't going to get offended by everything that they do. So I think picking Dinosaur, which is not the most beloved movie, it has some nostalgic value to some people, but it's not really a beloved movie. I think you can do a lot of really interesting stuff with that time period. I mean, dinosaurs roamed the earth for 165 million years. There is a lot of time that you can do a type of prequel in there that can really expand upon any story that you want to tell, lead into it without tarnishing something super beloved.
All right, interesting takes. Fight.
Can I pitch a title for your prequel?
Please.
Protozoa. Thank you. I'll be here all week. I think that the problem with Dinosaur is that as a concept, it's kind of fundamentally flawed. Where Atlantis, in a very similar vein, it's a cult classic, but it like flopped at the box office. So I think if they were to do a prequel to Atlantis, a live action, anything with Atlantis, I think that they're kind of starting from a blank slate, even if there is like some kind of minuscule fan base surrounding it. Where I think that Dinosaur has a much more of an uphill struggle. And again, I think Atlantis has a lot that you could explore with it. It covered the story of the first movie, literally covers millennia. So there's a ton you could explore with like the Atlantean civilization at its peak. There was a cut opening for the original film about like the Vikings trying to go to Atlantis and getting destroyed by them. So like something like that could be fun to explore. There's really like the possibilities are endless. Where at the end of the day, Dinosaur prequel is still just going to be Dinosaur at its core, which was not a good movie.
I think the thing that made Dinosaur kind of a flop is the just kind of the generic storytelling that they didn't do something really cool. Dinosaurs are inherently awesome things. Everybody loves dinosaurs, even if they won't admit it. Like, everybody has a favorite dinosaur. It's in their head. We know it. There are generations. There are entire geological time spans for dinosaurs that you can tell any story that you want. You can make a dinosaur prequel. You can do it closer in the Cretaceous period. You can span over periods and follow a lineage of dinosaurs. There's so much that you can do, and it's not emboldened to a certain particular story. You can tell anything. It does its job in the opening of that film. You can watch Atlantis and be like, okay, I got it. I'm glad. I enjoy it. And there are people who really love that film, and I think would much rather see an Atlantis live action than they
But
would some
wouldn't
sort of prequel or like anything
But
like that.
wouldn't you want to see more of that world?
More of the world? No,
Yeah.
I think we get a lot of the world in it that
Totally.
you can
Let-
add a little bit more in an Atlantis live action. They always add stuff into it anyway.
Let me ask you this question: if Dinosaur flopped
hmm
and Lion King was like pretty critically panned, why would it be better if they tried that for a third, fourth time? What would be different? Because I don't think the problem with that Lion King remake is the script. I think it's the aesthetic. I think it's the way it's shot that's really off-putting. So I don't see how a dinosaur prequel would remedy the issues that the original had, and the issues that Lion King continues to have in a very similar vein to Dinosaur.
I think
I
you
think-
can. I think you can do it. The question was, they allow us to get animated. I think we can do an animated dinosaur prequel.
So you want hand drawn.
It can be. That's implied in the question that it can be hand drawn. It can even be the same style. I think dinosaurs have enough of a pull, and if you make them, the issue with the Lion King live action isn't that the animals look realistic, is that they're not expressive. You can make realistic animals with more expressive humanistic faces.
But at
And
what point does that stop being a dinosaur prequel and it's just something different, like The Good Dinosaur?
At the same time, at what point does exploring Atlantis' culture stop being a prequel? You know,
Because it's still part of the world and part of
and
its
dinosaurs are
aesthetic and
still part of
story.
dinosaurs.
No, but like the world of Atlantis is very different from the world of Dinosaur. Where dinosaurs, if you change too much of it, if you change that aesthetic too much, it stops being dinosaur. Atlantis, you can go from live action, you can go CG, you can go back to hand drawn, and it's still distinctly Atlantis: The Lost Empire because of the world, because of the aesthetic, because of the story, because of the look. I think I feel like Dinosaur is a little bit more cornered and a little bit more like spotlighted, and that you can't really change much about its core before it stops being a dinosaur property.
I think you absolutely can. I think the dinosaur movie was a journey from migration. That's not really that complex a story to be able to tie into the world. You can keep it in the same location millions of years prior to Aladar and friends. You can follow in the same space and tie it in that way as
But
this is the prequel of the land that they're in more than this is the prequel of that character specifically. And I think
no,
it's
I'm not
still
saying it has
ties.
to follow the characters specifically, but like, how is the world distinct enough that you can have such a different prequel and have it still feel like Dinosaur?
Mufasa isn't going to be a distinct prequel. Mufasa
No,
gonna,
but
you can
it'll
explore,
still feel like Lion King.
yeah, and this can still feel like Dinosaur. It can
But
be
how?
a vast sweeping expanses of biomes. You can explore different biomes and follow a lovable dinosaur. I think that's as dinosaur as it needs to be.
I
I
don't know.
think with Atlantis, you're going to give us a complex, convoluted prequel of lore. It's going to be like watching the Silmarillion or whatever that thing's called.
The
for Lord of the Rings.
Silmarillion, but
it's
hey,
gonna
the
be like-
Silmarillion has a huge fan base,
Right,
And
for
again, I think
nerds
that
who read. Nobody wants to watch that.
so
So nobody wants to release it as a book then. Release your Atlantis prequel as a book and let me get my awesome dinosaur movie made. There is
But,
so much.
but that's not Dinosaur at that point. At that point, it's a movie with dinosaurs.
It's a movie set in the dinosaur
Ramp it
area.
up. In the dinosaur area,
It's-
in Dinosaur Valley.
It's in the world of dinosaurs 65 million years ago, right?
but
We see the extinction. You can
wait,
follow
wait,
it before that.
I think we're having an inherent like a miscommunication in what is part of an IP and what is just a time period.
And I said you can
like Home on the Range isn't the same property as Stagecoach.
says who?
There's no John Wayne. They need John Wayne.
But no, I think that a dinosaur prequel set in just obviously the aesthetic area, have some tie-ins, and set it, in the general vicinity. You can have it start in the same jungle valley that Dinosaur starts in. They can explore other areas. You have kind of the similar charm and look of the dinosaurs. And I think calling it Dinosaur, 265 million years ago or whatever, ends up being a as prequel as you need. I think that a prequel should reinvigorate love into a franchise, and I don't think a prequel specifically needs to tie in exactly into the story of that one
but
movie.
I think if we're talking about properties that deserve a prequel, I think Atlantis lends itself more because there's more there to draw from. And you can, you can do pretty much anything and still have it distinctly feel like Atlantis, where I don't feel like that's necessarily the case with Dinosaur.
If Up can be an amazing distinct land, then Dinosaur can be an amazing extinct movie.
Theme parks and film are very different media.
You can have a dinosaur prequel set in the early Cretaceous, following a group of different dinosaurs, and it can still harken in and obviously be a prequel to what comes later.
But Atlantis gave you questions. Lion King gives you questions, sort of, I guess, in a slant way.
Lion King gives you questions that are already answered, and then they're going to re-answer them.
No, I know. No, you're right, but there's still questions.
And
Atlantis,
Dinosaur gives you questions. Where'd these dinosaurs come from? Where'd the lemurs come from?
Oh my God.
Why are there lemurs? Lemurs didn't exist 65 million years ago. They definitely didn't exist on this continent.
Maybe there's like a space jockey that comes down and starts breeding lemurs.
And I think there's enough story potential. You can follow Aladar's mother in the time that she's looking for her egg, right? There's enough opportunity here that
that's more interesting, absolutely. But I still think that there's more questions that deserve to be explored in Atlantis.
So again,
like what happened in that interim? It doesn't. Well, we're talking about anything. A dinosaur can be a book. How is that different?
Dinosaur cannot be a book. Dinosaurs
yes, it absolutely can be. It can absolutely be a book. Aladar's mother and the great search for her egg. Chapter 1. Where's my egg?
and that book could easily be adapted into a film.
Just like Atlantis.
Where the Atlantis Silmarillion does not sound like a particularly engaging film.
The Silmarillion.
Yes. Give us a if you want to do an Atlantis prequel, it's called the first 10 minutes of an Atlantis movie. It's called just lore dump at the
there's so
beginning.
much more to explore within that. We don't know a lot about the Atlantean
And I
culture.
think
We
the
don't know a
mystery
lot
is what
about
makes
why.
the mystery is what makes it interesting. You're going
Well,
on this
can you say the
expedition
same
with
about
Milo.
Dinosaur? The mystery
There's
of
no
Aladar's
mystery
mother.
in Dinosaur.
Well, the mystery of Aladar's mother being missing.
Yeah, but we already know the answer to that. We are going on a journey with Milo and friends.
Well, you're saying the same thing for Atlantis, but just the opposite.
No, because you're
Like,
going on an expedition. You're supposed to be learning about the culture with it.
We technically know what happened with Atlantis as well. So wouldn't it be fun to have a movie that explores that more in depth, that explores more of that culture, that even explores some of those characters, like the Leonard Nimoy King, I think is alive for like millennia.
Leonard Nimoy himself, the king, is not alive anymore.
Well, no, we have AI for that. It's fine.
Right,
We'll
right.
We'll hire,
we can do
we'll
the
hire
alien
his
Romulus
son.
thing.
Yeah, we'll get. Yeah, you're right. No, we'll get the doppelganger from Star Trek with the goatee.
All right. I think I've heard enough.
Me too.
Me three. That felt like the longest one.
I know.
Well, I said I'd keep it longer. That's what you asked for.
Yeah.
So, Dragon, you choose first.
I think it's pretty clear cut. I'm ruling in favor of Jokers.
All right. Jokers. Tiki.
I'm ruling in my favor too.
Tiki, your choice.
I'm gonna give it to PerGron out of sheer desperation.
Oh, come on. Don't pity him.
I don't want your pity point. Give it to who won the argument.
Going once. Going twice. And it's Tiki for PerGron. All right, and honestly, my point kind of goes to Jokers as well. I think he made a stronger argument as to like the exploration of Atlantis. And granted, I would like to kind of see where the dinosaur one would go, but there just wasn't much to it other than like, dude, where's my egg?
I think
honestly,
we have an anti-dinosaur bias here.
No, look. PerGron, you
argument
literally said you had no story in yours. For a moment in the argument, you said...
When did I say that?
You said there's no mystery.
In Dinosaur, in
Yes!
the movie.
I think what he meant is that there's a clean slate.
Yeah, in the movie, in Dinosaur 2000, there is no mystery. Meaning it's a clean slate. Don't misinterpret my argument and take it away from me. If you're going to take it away from me, do it in good faith. That's all I ask.
I mean, I took it away in good faith regardless.
Okay. Say la vie.
I mean, you made good points, but I just think Jokers made better ones.
Okay. Then say that. Don't mischaracterize my argument.
It did sound a lot like you said.
Wait. Let's.
I'm not going to fight you guys on it. I'm not even mad. It's a game.
What are you doing now?
I'm just saying.
Wait! Stop it!
We're having time.
Stop it! But all of you, Dragon, you too, in the corner. Dragon, calm down.
I'm not talking. What is it?
I'm just saying. Just saying. Go sit in the corner for a little bit and think about what you've done. All right. So that brings us to Jokers 4 and PerGron 5. 0. PerGron
PerGron 5. Hey.
Yes, I know it.
If I flip the coin and I get it, does that count as a point, or do I not get that point?
I'll be fair and give you a point because it was only regarding to questions, so you'd get the point here.
Okay.
And do you guys think we should let Jokers flip in this situation?
So hear me out.
Or you can abstain from flipping if you want.
I would like to see what happens, but if I win, don't give it to me.
But then that would take it from PerGron then.
What?
I mean, what I'm saying is that would affect PerGron's outcome then.
Why?
Because the whole randomness of it all. And because
then I abstain.
because he'd get Because he'd get what you would automatically go with if you had abstained, if you get what I'm saying. It might affect his outcome.
I mean,
Okay.
I either get a point or nothing happens, so I don't.
All right, so Jokers abstains.
I'll abstain.
All right. And so, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Aww.
I'm so sorry. Oh no.
Sorry, PerGron.
Oh
No,
Well,
I
we-
deserve this for being so
Jokers, you
stupid
can't even
and bad at
hold your sword
arguing.
right.
no. You're doing great. I'm just stopped up on coffee.
All right, to give PerGron another fighting chance, let's make the question. Oh, let's make it the wheel one. What do you say, Dragon?
I guess.
All right. So I think
Which
I
animal can you name the Latin name of?
All right, presenting the Wheel of Muppets
Wow.
again. Again. Little bit of an insider joke on that one.
Yeah, yeah.
So you know how the wheel. You guys have played this before. You know how the wheel works.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna bother explaining it.
I should also say how the speed round works, but for the folks.
All right. All right. 30. These are shorter than the main. These are shorter than the main round questions. Each person has 30-second opening, then a 15-second rebuttal,
There you go.
and first to 5, of course, wins.
Which might be sooner than you think.
Don't say that.
I'm just saying we're like 4-0. All right, I'm just saying regardless.
Statistically, yes, you're right.
Jokers could say all the words you guys have left right now.
I will.
Well, do you want to try that?
Imagination, storytelling, Walt Disney World, Mandalorian,
All right, what else you got there, Joker?
Acolyte, Star Wars, Kathleen Kennedy, Kevin Feige. Any of those hit?
No.
Damn it.
What else you got?
I'll try to think.
You're the
We already know
worst
Fortnite's
ever,
one,
you
not
know
one
that?
of them.
Fortnite is not one of them. Yeah.
Fortnite should have been one of them. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
going to tell you guys how to run your game.
Well, I didn't know
but,
there'd be a Fortnite meta here.
well, that's where we're streaming right now.
All right, any last guesses, Jokers?
Llama party bus.
Why would it be party bus?
I don't know I don't know Fortnite terms. Sussy.
All right, Jokers. Do you want to let PerGron spin first, or do you want to spin first?
He can spin first. One more Rizzler.
Let's face it, we know PerGron's going to say the word again.
No.
All right, if you do any Fortnite terms like that, I'm going to take away a point from Joker.
Okay.
All right, so PerGron, you have Scooter.
Scooter. We don't have to eat these guys, do we? That's not what this is about this time.
Well, you'll find out the question in a moment. And this one is for you, Jokers.
Okay. Oh, I was so close to greatness.
Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
All right, Dragon, you do the honors.
All right, now you have your answer. I award you both with the question. Which Muppet should become a Disney legend?
PerGron, I'm so sorry.
Oh my god! Wow! Wow!
Well,
This is ridiculous, dude.
What the fuck?
we'll see how this goes.
I blame myself for doing the franchise thing. I feel so.
Yeah, I
bad.
blame you too, Tiki.
No,
I
yeah.
fully blame
So
you.
far, the
You're
word
dead.
on my end has not been said at all during this game.
You're dead to
picked
me,
it, PerGron.
Tiki.
Literally,
Man.
Tiki picked franchise.
All
The
right.
golden tiki for worst internet friend goes to.
Tiki's such a terrible file.
All right. All right. So, PerGron, you'll have the benefit of going first.
That's not a benefit. That's a.
Yeah, that's really not a benefit of honestly.
Yeah, save the best for first.
You know what? Let's do this shit.
All right.
Disney legends honor only the most important people. And unfortunately, a lot of times they leave out the people who make everything work. Scooter has been running behind the Muppet Show since its inception. He has been the one making sure everything works. Miss Piggy can throw 1,000 diva tantrums, and Scooter's the one who's going to bring this show back on the road. And I think we need to celebrate those people who are doing the best behind the scenes. And I think Scooter deserves to be a legend over any of those other Muppets because he's the reason the show goes.
They updated the stopwatch.
Yep,
Yeah,
they did.
I don't like change.
Oh, too bad.
I mean, it's kind of neat though. I just missed the other one.
Yeah, me too.
Weird.
I'd help. Never mind.
Oops, don't.
I know.
Okay. Miss Piggy is a legend. She's an icon of the 20th century. If ever there was to be a Muppet to be chosen as a Disney legend, it would be Kermit or Miss Piggy, or probably both. Her reputation it exceeds her. I don't really know what else. It's Miss Piggy. Like, if you were to pick a fictional character that wasn't a Disney character, it'd be Miss Piggy that they would give this award to. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Remember, you can yield your time.
Oh, can I? I just like vamping. It's more fun.
Well, it's your choice.
It's funny because that's the thing we started, I think.
PerGron, 15-second rebuttal when you're ready.
Yeah. I mean, does Miss Piggy have legend status? 1,000%. She's an icon. But does she deserve to be a Disney legend? I don't know. She's a diva. She's somebody who I don't think we want to celebrate, where we should be celebrating the workers of the world united.
When the Disney files got leaked a couple months ago, I took a peek into them, and it said Scooter, Little Bitch Boy, and Miss Piggy, Icon, in all caps. And if we're looking at this cynically, that's who they will give this award to, not someone behind the scenes who wears glasses. They'll give it to an icon.
All right, I'll cast the vote here. And my point goes to PerGron.
Good.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think
I want to wait. Hold on. I have a question here,
Yeah?
Jacob. This isn't based
it's
on
not
the
a
argument.
pity thing, Dragon. For
I
me,
got it. I know it's not. I have to say just to say that we checked. Okay.
Dragon, I legitimately think that PerGron made the better argument here.
Okay, that's all.
because I feel like Miss Piggy is such a shoo-in that there's almost not a lot you can say about it.
And remember, the Disney legend does honor more than just like frontline stars.
Exactly.
I just want to make sure there's no impropriety. Everything's above board. Just gotta check.
And sometimes you gotta, like as PerGron kind of alluded to, sometimes you gotta give the little guy a spot in the spotlight.
But PerGron, you still don't get actually on the fucking board.
Yeah, it's just.
Hey, I've been on the board this whole time. My
That's
name is
actually kind of
right
brutal.
there.
0 is still on the board.
Zero's a number,
Yeah.
and I'm the number one in everybody's hearts anyway.
Well,
This is just gonna-
PerGron, you're actually a big 0 because you come before the first number. You're
Yeah.
beyond number 1.
Yeah.
This is just gonna humble
You're
me.
you're the everything bagel. You got it all, pal.
This is starting my comeback.
All right, Dragon.
Into being dark
As in, come back next time, buddy. We'll throw with you.
All right. I knew that. When you know that I was correct. That did end up working out well for PerGron.
Okay.
It did. The curse is broken. My albatross is
Now he
away.
just needs to get 5 wins in a row.
You can do it.
or Jokers just needs to get very unlucky.
Oh, that's realistic. That's,
All right.
Both of them are realistic in a way.
I always do better in speed round anyway, so knock on wood.
Honestly,
Maybe I can get a couple.
So,
Okay,
well,
Code
first-
Diaz has an audience question I actually rather like. You want to
I don't know how to answer it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're doing it then. All right.
I guess we're. So, Dragon, do you think we should go with the Code Geass's question or one of our own?
I mean, Evan, you know modern actresses.
I
like,
mean, yeah, but I'm going to be
you
sitting
gotta
here for
think
10
more.
minutes trying to think of an actor.
Just think of somebody. Jesus Christ. I have someone that comes to mind instantly. God.
All right,
okay.
I
Not that hard. It's not that obscure.
Okay.
Modern actresses exist.
Okay,
I'm
I
just
understand
saying I have another question that might work
No, we're going with this.
while he thinks of one.
Okay.
Well, we can do that later while he thinks of an actress we can use for that. All right.
I mean, sure, but if
he
Jokers wins, then we won't get to do the audience question, though.
we can do it as an exhibition round.
All right, fine. All right.
I'm just saying it gives them time to think.
Okay.
Gives them both time to think. And Dragon, what do you think we go with the one related to hoppers? How's that sound?
Let's do it.
All right. In reference to Daniel Chong directing the upcoming Pixar film Hoppers, which Cartoon Network show creator should direct a Pixar movie?
Director or like creator?
Creator.
I mean, yeah, the person who created the cartoon.
Patrick McHale, who did Over the Garden Wall.
Ooh.
I'm C.H. Greenblatt.
Ooh. Both
I
very
like both these picks. These picks are both kind of out of left field.
both very inspired choices.
Yeah.
All right. Peregrine, since you went first,
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you go first.
All right. Patrick McHale has created some really phenomenal stuff. He worked on Adventure Time. He worked on Flapjack, and he created Over the Garden Wall, which is a gorgeously animated, beautifully told story, a fable, something that connects to all ages. It's still one of, in my opinion, the greatest pieces of animation to come out of the 21st century, if not, even longer than that. And I think he would be perfect for Pixar, telling a story, adding in certain humor. He worked on Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Dragon missed the R2, but
So I'm having a technical issue with.
That's okay.
Oh
He's
no,
sleepy.
technical issues with R2.
Oh no,
R2's broken.
there really was a death today.
Oh god.
Um,
Oh Jesus.
fun fact, I once dressed as Wirt for Halloween.
oh yeah.
Nice.
C.H. Greenblatt, really cool. He made Chowder, he made Jellystone, he worked on Billy and Mandy and a bunch of others. I think his style really lends itself well to Pixar and CG. It could be a really fun, like zanier Pixar movie. He has a really distinct sense of humor, really distinct writing, and I think it could be a really unique Pixar movie that might not necessarily feel like a classic Pixar movie, but still feel like Pixar. Thank you.
All right, Peregrine.
Yeah, I feel like Greenblatt's filmography would fit better in a DreamWorks or an Illumination, where he's a little bit on the wackier side. Where I think McHale would absolutely kill at a animated film for Pixar. The story building, the storytelling, beautiful.
All right, he went over a little bit, so I'll give Jokers 1 extra second.
Oh my God.
Hey, I disagree. I love Pat McHale. I love Over the Garden Wall. It's one of my favorite cartoons. But I think that Pat McHale's style and his sensibilities lends itself better to adult animation, where C.H. Greenblatt is a little bit more fluid in what he can do and where he can go. I think he would make a really, really unique Pixar movie that would still feel like a Pixar movie.
All right, Dragon, you came up with this question, and I was really a big fan of it when you pitched it, so I'll let you choose.
Well, first of all, I think these are two really good picks for.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic choices.
For starters, there.
I feel like the normie choices here would be McCracken and Jenny Tartakovsky.
I almost went with Penn.
Which, I mean, all due respect to those two. They're great, but they're kind of like the Lennon-McCartney of Cartoon Network, almost.
Those are the ones I originally went with.
Jokers, you said pen, and I immediately thought Penn Gillette.
Yeah,
All right, so basically, I'm having a conundrum here.
What if we each get half a point?
No.
I'm actually tempted for that one.
I'll play that
But
decision.
again, not my call.
That decision would fall to me.
I know it would fall to you. Anyway, no. I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna give the PerGron.
All right.
All right. PerGron is officially on the board.
We're on the board.
After an hour and 20 minutes, he's
Oh,
got his first point. That's gotta be a record. That's gotta be a record.
He gets 1 point. The People's Champ finally has 1 point.
Put it on the So You Want to Be an Imagineer wiki. Throw it in my stats.
1 point.
All right,
Are we
at
making
this
baseball
point, we
cards,
got to take the
please?
audience question, right?
All right. Hopefully, Jokers, you have thought of an actress.
Modern day actresses exist, guys. You can
You're not
do
gonna.
it
I'm
by
not
doing
saying
it.
they don't exist. I just fantastic.
Well, you
They're a
better.
myth.
Well, you
Yeah.
better think of one because who would you pick to play Elsa in a live-action Frozen film?
I choose Ingrid Bergman. No.
All right,
PerGron, would you like to go first?
all right, Ingrid Bergman.
Wait,
No, it's
wait.
not my pick. That is not.
Yeah,
my
I'm
pick.
like, please tell
Long
me you're
dead.
joking.
I am joking.
Okay.
All right. But one more joke answer. Let's just say if you give another joke answer, you're gonna have to stick with it.
Okay.
So,
All right. Anyone?
PerGron,
Bueller?
if you need help, I'll set the scene.
Yeah, go ahead and set that scene.
Miss Piggy.
Oh my god.
Okay, well that's his answer.
Uh-huh.
all right, Miss Piggy, PerGron, who did you choose?
I'm gonna go with.
Jesus Christ. PerGron, you're a fucking movie guy.
I know. I don't know young actresses who can
Oh my
sing.
god. Oh my god, this is pissing me off. There's one that's obvious, but whatever.
All right, I tag you in, Tiki.
Really?
No, you can't.
Because I'll do it. I'll fucking do it.
I know you can do it. You're not gonna do it. Don't
Tiki,
know.
PM me. Private chat me.
No. Don't you help me.
Young
You can pick-
actresses. who
Pick
can
Scooter
sing.
again.
Could pick Scooter.
Please don't just pick another Muppet. Please pick an actual actress.
Unfortunately, you have to pick
It doesn't even have to be an actress. It can be a person who can just a singer.
Hugh
Oh my
Jackman.
god, this shouldn't be this hard for a fucking movie guy.
Hooray!
Wait,
We're
did you
Literally
here.
made a thread all about movies.
We're
So
here.
we're-
That doesn't mean we're good at fan casting.
Yeah, I'm terrible at fan casting.
Did PerGron pick Hugh
I
Jackman?
picked Hugh Jackman.
Well, there we go.
Oh my god. Okay, Saoirse Ronan, dude. Saoirse Ronan.
And she
I don't know if
sing?
she can sing, but she can
That's
fucking
a pretty.
act.
That's a pretty important part of being Elsa.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, you know what? Fucking Disney live action remakes don't really think singing skill is that important.
They cast Beyonce.
Saoirse, no, oh, fuck no.
They hired what's her name for West Side Story specifically because she could sing.
Okay,
The closest I got was Amanda Seyfried.
Saoirse Ronan could do it. Saoirse Ronan could do it. All right.
Okay, so
Well, we should apologize in advance to Cookie SAMA fan, but this is what we're dealing with.
Okay, we weren't expecting it
so-
either.
So in a choice to play Elsa in live action, we have Miss Piggy versus Hugh Jackman.
Yes. Yeah.
Now remember, Cookie, you're going to judge this round, so you get to pick who made the better argument, who gets the point. So, good luck with that.
This
All
is why
right.
we do these debates together.
I legitimately. No, I won't say anything.
Yeah.
All right, Jokers.
Yeah.
Here's-
Absolutely.
you're-
Miss Piggy has the correct gravitas to really portray Elsa in an effective way. We know she can hit the notes. We've seen her. I think she would be a very unique, out of left field casting choice to play Elsa. She has the diva-ness, she has the coldness, and she has the heart that she can learn by the end of the film. I think that everything is really just going in her direction. I think that she would be possibly even better than Idina Menzel. Thank you.
Now, PerGron, explain Hugh Jackman.
I will, beautifully. The issue with Miss Piggy is she doesn't have the acting range. Her whole thing is she's not a good actress. She's not a good singer. She's not talented. She just has an ego. I don't think she could pull off Elsa. Someone who has range, both acting-wise and musically, is Hugh motherfucking Jackman. And Hugh Jackman could absolutely belt out the notes and let it go. Disney is not strayed away from casting out of type with some of their other characters to the point it became controversial. I think Hugh Jackman, as a white guy, would absolutely be able to play a white girl with no controversy.
I don't think Hugh Jackman can hit those notes. I know you say he can. He's a baritone. This is a part written for a soprano. Also, speaking of type, casting against type, they're looking for a Scandinavian queen, so they cast an American pig. That's just as out of left field. Miss Piggy also has a certain melodrama to her that I think really fits.
Do I get that extra second?
Absolutely not.
Sure, why not?
Miss Piggy's acting chops are, again, not there. Her acting chops, more like her pork chops. She's not a good actress. She can't sing, and I feel like she'd take away from the really emotional story that is Elsa's journey. Miss Piggy can't handle that. Hugh Jackman, we've seen him go through emotional stuff.
All right, Code Geass.
Give it to us. Based on the argument, not based on who you would cast.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think based on the argument, for me, there's a pretty
Don't
clear
say
front runner. I won't say it, but I will
Okay.
say there is a pretty clear front runner between the two of them, based on the argument.
I swear to God.
Either way, that goes down in one of the greatest moments in this podcast.
I mean,
That's
for
one
better
word.
or worse, this debate in general is one for the record.
Yep.
That's one word to describe this question.
I can't wait to watch PerGron win the whole night.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. This is the last debate that we've had since Tegan's wonky lopsided win, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, what the fuck is up with the debate right now? Jesus Christ!
And we have something. Verdict has been
Right.
PerGron gets the point. I was saying if the just for the punishment's sake, if I was gonna give this to Joker, if he's like the Jokers, I was only gonna give him half a point.
Tiki, what was your pick?
My pick would have been Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think, like, legitimately, like, the dude does kind of have the range for it. It's fucking
No, he does not.
but like,
He
no,
absolutely
he
does not.
doesn't.
No,
Okay,
they'd
but I feel like he would actually be more legitimate than Miss Piggy. I feel like if you're casting Miss Piggy, you got to just do a Muppet Frozen. You know what I
Well,
mean?
you never said that it wasn't a Muppet Frozen.
This is true.
I mean that was kind of implied.
Hugh Jackman could still play Elsa in a Muppet Frozen.
He's right. Yeah, absolutely. He could. Saoirse Ronan
I
play
could see
Elsa in a Muppet Frozen.
I could see Hugh Jackman playing Elsa in the Muppet Frozen.
Yeah.
And then oh god, and then Miss Piggy's Anna,
And she's so pissed about it.
It's Anna.
Right, Anna,
And
Miss
she
Piggy's
keeps
just
calling it Anna because she's so mad about getting that casting.
They just
She
have,
wanted
they
to
have
let
it
it
where
go so bad.
just like this throttles the puppet.
like,
Anyway,
You know,
we're an
It's
hour and a
on!
half in.
yeah.
So, Dragon, what question do you think we should go with next?
Y'all want to go with my biopic question?
All right.
Maybe.
Let's
Because
go
we've already established how good these fucking people are at fan casting. Just throw them another one.
All right. We have another one. It's technically another Muppet question.
Oh my god.
It is technically another Muppet
Said who
question.
would
Yeah.
play Jim Henson?
No.
No.
At least
Who
you
played
guys don't
Frank
have to
Oz?
think about this one.
Okay.
What, like
you two call yourselves Imagineers.
The Imagineering is not fan casting.
Yeah.
This is true. This is true.
Which Muppet? And he brought him up earlier. Should play Josh D'Amaro in a biopic.
At least you get to pull from the Muppets.
Link Hogthrob.
Oh my god.
My kryptonite.
Because you love it so much.
PerGron melts when he sees Link Hogthrob.
Sweetums.
Oh my god.
And sweet.
Hey guys, we got some really exciting experiences for you today.
All right, so we have the Jokers with Link Hogthrob.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Oh, am I going now? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry, I thought you were announcing both. So Link Hogthrob, I think, has the looks of Josh D'Amaro. He wears a suit nice, and he has the vapidness of Josh D'Amaro. I think that he could support a full conference, as he does at D23, while also blinding people with his sheer attractiveness to the point that they don't see how basic and nothing his ideas are. I think that he is stupid enough to do what CEOs tell him to do, and I've run out of time.
And
The
we
thing, yeah. Oh, go ahead.
and we have PerGron with Sweetums.
The thing about Josh D'Amaro is he is, despite being a corporate overlord villain, he is kind of adorable and people love him, and he's kind of awkward and geeky. And who's more awkward, geeky, and adorable than Sweetums? I can 1,000% see people bumping into Sweetums at the theme parks and taking selfies with him and loving him. Link Hogthrob's fucking creepy. He's terrifying. People don't like looking at him. He doesn't have the charm or the charisma that Sweetums does. That awkward dorkiness is what Josh D'Amaro is.
I think Sweetums is far too kind to play an executive, let alone Josh D'Amaro. Sweetums is great for what he is, which is a naive, like, man-child almost. Where I think Link Hogthrob lends himself more to a Josh D'Amaro type character, and I think he would talk to people on the street.
Josh D'Amaro's whole thing is being sweet and fun and kind, where that would be what he would want to play him in a movie. He would want Sweetums, not a vapid asshole that depicts him how he seems to be. He wants to personify himself, not be himself.
Well, no, is this no, this isn't part of the debate.
All right, what is it?
Well, no, it wasn't meant to be part of the debate, but it was related to it. Is this biopic Steve Jobs, or is it Jobs?
That is kind of an important distinction.
All right, Jiggy, you're the one who proposed this question. I'll let you choose.
Okay, PerGron. Yeah, unfortunately, you're gonna have to. Your comeback has to come to an end. I'm sorry. I just Joker's description of like how Link Hogthrob just being like an attractive idiot who just has really vapid ideas. Like, yes, that is Josh D'Amaro in a nutshell.
Basically a himbo.
Right, exactly. Like, that is perfect. I had some laughs with Sweetums, but I think Joker's right that Sweetums really is like too big-hearted of a guy to ever really sell that kind of like evil executive role. I feel like if you would have had someone like, I don't know, like a Deadly or even like a Constantine, even if that's a little cliche, maybe even
Walter.
Oh God, no! Honestly, Walter, I could see Walter just because Walter would embody the kind of like awkward fanboy of D'Amaro. Hey, look, guys! I'm on the bridge of the Millennium Falcon, and I get to punch it. All right, but yes, unfortunately, PerGron, your journey ends here.
We're so sorry.
Sorry.
Mm.
And that means Jokers wins.
The good news is that we actually get to wrap this up in a reasonable time.
We do.
It always happens when I'm hosting.
PerGron, through my grace, I will allow you to keep the title of People's Champ.
I appreciate it.
But you have to change one letter.
Okay,
no
do we wanna-
apostrophe.
Do we want to
People's
do?
channel.
Do we want to do Eli's question as an exposition match?
Exhibition match.
Expedition Everest
The
match.
expedition match.
Western River Expedition match.
Let's go to 10. Come on, we can do it.
All right, let's just do it.
yeah.
Hold on, just 1 second.
I got you. All right. Which character would you want to see as a new meet and greet?
Non-canon exhibit. I'll change it to a banner.
Oh God. Okay.
Hugh Jackman's Elsa.
Link Hogthrob's Josh tomorrow.
No, guys, it has to be actual characters.
Oh, PerGron can do it.
Oh.
I'm the one with the belt. I can do... actual characters.
I think the tricky thing with this question is that there's a lot of characters that do have meet and greets. It's hard to come up with ones that don't.
There are.
Simba, but he's an actual lion.
I would like to meet the bugs that Timon and Pumbaa eat.
Okay, wait, are we doing this?
No, we're not doing
Okay.
it. You can do Simba.
Specifically, the lion that the animators brought into the studio
Yeah.
during that one behind the scenes clip that keeps
Yeah,
rotating around.
That long dead lion. Want to meet the bones?
Oh God! It's Simba, guys! I swear.
I want to meet
John Favreau's just like, yes, it's very realistic. That is exactly how Simba would be at this time period.
Remember how Jurassic Park started?
I
It was
approve.
the skeletons of the lions. We need the skeletons of the lions.
If,
I want to.
Simba skeleton looks just like a documentary.
if Simba was bones, this would be Simba.
Oh, God.
The long-awaited sequel.
God.
I want to meet Peter Griffin.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that because anything under Fox, I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
All right.
I'm going Simba as a lion, like an
Yeah.
actual real lion.
You're sticking to that. All
I'm
right.
sticking to it.
Why not? Okay, Peter Griffin versus Simba, but he's actually
Together at last.
All right. Keep in mind this is non-canon and doesn't affect literally
Don't
anything.
worry, kids. None of this is canon.
No, it's definitely canon. It just doesn't count.
Yeah.
All right.
This is happening.
So, all right. So whoever's going first.
I think that's PerGron.
I think it is.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, imagine meeting Simba, but it's a lion. You go to the animal kingdom, and you walk up, and they go, "Hey, you here to meet Simba?" And you go, "Yeah, I want to meet Simba." And you're expecting like a furry or something, and then you walk in, but it's a lion, and that would be pretty neat. I think I yield my time to the chair.
Does that mean I get 10 extra seconds?
No.
I want to go to the new Spooner Street Land, Quahog Land at Disney's MGM Studios, and go to 123 Spooner Street and meet Peter Griffin aboard his famous Peter copter. I want to drink at the Clam with Peter and his friends. I think he will be wonderful to meet. I think he will be kind and generous. I think he might even show me his dog. He might buy me a beer. I think that this will be an experience I will never forget. Thank you.
All right,
think
I
this
would like to
debate is
use
an
my
experience
15
I'll never
seconds to
forget.
make a proposal. Jokers, there is the scene where Peter Griffin rides in on a lion. How about we combine these concepts and we make it a dual meet and greet? You meet Peter Griffin riding Simba, but he's a lion.
Anything to add, Joker?
Yes. I accept these terms, but I still require the Peter copter together or apart on the ground.
It can be
behind as the backdrop.
it can be the backdrop, or it can be in the queue because this will have a very long line.
Okay,
That's
oh
fair.
God.
Can I ride the lion with Peter Griffin?
With
Can I
Peter,
ride
of
Simba
course.
with
I
Peter?
think that's
Okay.
part of it.
I know.
But
you
be
front or
careful. But be
Jokers,
careful.
I have a very important question for you.
Yeah.
Is Peter Griffin a face character or not?
He can't be. He cannot.
No, he should be a costume character unless they get that guy who goes to Boston Comic Con.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Just a big head riding an actual.
And the only sound he makes is his laugh.
You made him
Yeah.
And when he makes his entrance, he trips and he holds his shin for like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
It's like, okay, that's it, Peter. That's it, guys. You met Peter.
there's a missed opportunity here. None of you brought up the Hinton Peter.
Well, I got there with the Peter copter.
I know, but the Hinton Peter's better.
I like the Peter copter better. I think it's more distinct.
I like when he rides a lion.
Yeah.
I
This
just
is
like
great.
the
This is
idea
great.
of this Peter Griffin being contractually obligated to buy grown men beer when they ask if he wants to go get a beer.
He's generous. He says, "Hey, do you want to get drunk with a clam?" And he
He's
says,
just got the
"Fine."
company card with him. It's no big deal. You know, I mean, what's a beer here and there going to do to Disney's bottom line?
Exactly.
Okay, Eli, who won this ridiculous whatever this was?
Jokers, you know what
Wow.
he finally did?
What?
He unionized.
We did. Oh my God, you're right. Oh, finally.
It all came full circle.
Seize the means of production.
We seized the means of the podcast.
Yeah. Take
We're
that
gonna end it
Bolshevik.
now.
All right, and there's a cricket somewhere.
Have to go with Peter Griffin.
All right.
Ooh, Peter Griffin with a puppet of Stewie would actually be kind of fun.
Yeah.
I could actually kind of see that
Oh boy.
vaguely. All right. Okay, take us out, Jacob, please.
Yes, take us out, Jacob.
Please, please.
All right. I remember. Okay, Jokers wins.
Hey.
So I
You
hope
really won here.
I hope you. I think Jokers won, but every single one of us lost.
The real winner was you, the audience.
Yeah, you got to see this.
Honestly, I'm not even sure if they can be considered winners at this point.
They're more like survivors.
It's like we're sorry, folks.
They survived this disaster of a debate.
Well, Dragon, you say that about every debate.
That ain't true, but this time's not my fault.
Hey, this one had everything. It had a comeback story. It had
It had a failed comeback story.
Yeah,
You said the comeback's the losing.
it was
had
a
Peter
comeback
Griffin.
nonetheless.
No,
I-
this is a comeback next time story.
yeah, I come back from zero.
Yeah. It had the Muppets, it had dinosaurs, it had everything. It had everything
It
you could
had
ask
Hugh
for.
Jackman playing Elsa.
It did. Yeah.
It had a real lion. I don't know how
Mm-hmm.
we got the budget for this shit.
This is good. You guys are doing pretty well.
Well, Code Geass considers himself a winner because he won the stream.
As you
He
should.
loves the stream.
You should.
This feels like one that he would like.
Well, thank you all. Thank you all, folks, for tuning in. And join us next time on Disney Debates.